Hi, my name's Kate. Thanks so much for joining today. We're going to be going through a grounding sequence that will help you connect to your entire body, give you a moment to slow down in your day, listen to your breath, and connect to yourself. The only prop that you'll need for this grounding sequence is a towel or a yoga blanket if you have one. A towel is totally great to use, and I'll even show you how to fold up your towel so that way it works best for your body. We're going to start with that, so if you don't have a towel with you, go ahead and pause the video, go to the bathroom, grab a towel, and then come back. We want to unfold the towel to start completely, and you can lay it along your mat if you want to. Now, first, what we want is the towel to be about thighs distance apart. So this is going to be slightly different on everybody. You may want to fold your towel in half, long waist. For most of us, that'll work really well. You may also want to fold your towel into thirds. For ease, I'm just going to fold mine in half right now. Now that it's folded in half, we're going to fold it in half again, but this time we're going to go from one short edge to the other short edge. And then from the folded edge now, we're going to roll it nice and tight. The tighter you roll it, the better. Now, you're going to take your towel roll and calf smash. So bring your shins as close together as you need to. Again, if you have like a yoga towel or a designated blanket that you use, that's totally great too. To really get into this, I like to place the top of my head down, use both arms to shove the towel into the backs of my legs. Whew, I haven't done this in a while. Allow yourself to breathe, sit back into your hips and get your shoulders stacked above your hips. So if you notice that you're leaning forward a lot, you can also prop yourself up. If you have blocks at home or anything that's going to give you a steady lift on both sides, go ahead and set your hands down onto blocks. If you don't have blocks, maybe you loosen the tight roll of your towel. The tighter you roll it, the more dense, harder it's going to feel. If you unroll it just a little bit so that way it's more plush and soft, it's not going to jam into those tight spaces in your calves and the backs of your legs as much. Lift your chest, wrap your shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, come up, move your blanket or towel to the medius section of your calf now and the center of your hamstrings behind the backs of your legs. Whew, really feeling this one now. Some people like to rock side to side. If you're a little too comfortable, I would suggest that. If you need to sit still, close your eyes, notice. And then instead of sticking your sit bones back behind you and having an arch into your low back, this is an over-exaggeration, draw your sit bones down to the ground so that way your navel and underneath your belly button can kind of scoop up and in. Then lower your lowest ribs down towards your navel while you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart nice and tall. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in here. Feel just everything start to peel open. Exhale. Inhale, come up. And then move your blanket or towel just above your ankle crease, not to the bendius section, but just above it. If you feel like your towel or your blanket is a little too wide for that, just go up higher rather than lower down. Lean back. Drop your lowest ribs, navel up and in, slide your shoulder blades together, lift tall through the crown of your head, and go ahead and interlace your fingers together. Press your palms forward in front of you, round your back body, navel in, and press the the air away from you. Inhale, lift your chest. Now stick your sit bones back just like I told you not to do. Open up across your belly and exhale, press air away from you as if you're shoving something away from you. Inhale, lift your chest, reach your arms back, pinky fingers back. And exhale, push away from you, navel in, navel back. Good. Plant your hands, come up off of your shin, or off of your, your shins, and tuck your toes under now, fire toes. Make sure that your pinky toes make it with your other 5 toes, 4 toes. Hey, bubs. Hi. Lift tall through the crown of your head. And the further you walk your feet forward or your knees forward, the more of a stretch you're going to get into your feet. The closer your knees are back to you, then the less of a stretch you're going to get. The other thing to note is if you are leaning forward, just like you did in calf smash, lean back, lift your chest, wrap your shoulder blades together, and lift through the crown of your head. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in here. Stay for your breath out. Tint your palms, place down just your finger pads in line with the center of your shins, the center of your thighs, and you're going to rock yourself back to set your heels down. So I'm not going all the way back to where I would fall, but my hips are counterbalancing that. And then set your knees back down. I'm gonna scoot back. Rock back, set down. Rock back, set down. On the set down part, you should start to feel your core, your lower abdominals move in. And then you get a small stretch into your calves. Where we just manually opened up with the calf smashing, now we're getting a little bit of elongation in there. Also starting to warm up the hip and knee joints. Full breath in. Exhale, plant your heels down, forward fold, heel to your feet as wide as you need to, as wide as you want to. Bend your knees as much as you can so that way you can place your ribs onto your thighs. Once you have the thigh to rib connection here, you're taking the strain out of your low back. Move your weight forward into the ball mounds of your feet. Your heels are still down, but they're light on the ground. You can either grab opposite elbow, you can interlace your hands at the nape of your neck, or you can interlace your hands at your low back. I wouldn't suggest that if you haven't done a lot of other shoulder opening yet. If you're just waking up for the first time today, maybe take it easy to start. Your body is very different in the morning than it would be in the evening. Plant your hands down onto the ground. Inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. You can keep your knees bent. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. You can also take your fingers to your shins. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press into your feet. Reach up. Gaze up. Lift through your heart. Exhale, right arm down your right side. Left arm nice and long. Root through your left heel. Inhale, right arm up to meet your left gaze, up, lift your heart. Exhale, left arm down your left side, right arm reaches long, press through your right heel. Inhale, left arm up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, Malasana squat. Take your feet really wide. Malasana, we sit back into the heels and lift your chest. Use your elbows against your inner thighs, press your inner thighs open, and then lift your sternum as much as you can. So we get a nice stretch all through the hip girdle. Wrap your shoulder blades together, and then from there, the spine lengthens and unfurls out of the hips. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in here. Exhale, hands plant, forward fold, lift your hips. Heel to your feet about hip bone distance apart. Inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up overhead, gaze up, press into your feet, lift your heart. Exhale, fold right back down to your mat. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, long spine, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step back, high plank, and pause here. Press the ground firm away from you. Draw your navel into your spine and your sit bones slightly back to your heels. Not so much that you lower your hips, but also be careful if you still have the natural lumbar curve or the curve into your lumbar spine. Make sure that you're making your spine really long, parallel to the floor. Inhale, gaze forward, shift forward. Exhale, lower just your right knee down to the floor. Draw your navel in. Don't set your knee down that you relax, but you're hovering a millimeter above the floor. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, left knee bends. Don't set it down, but just tap. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right knee bends. Navel in, arms are strong. Wrap your armpits back. Inhale, right leg straighten, left knee bends. Inhale, left leg straightens, right knee bends. Just a little tap. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale, exhale right. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale, exhale right. Good. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck the tops of your feet. Wrap your shoulder blades together in back cobra. Lift your heart. Press into your hands just slightly, enough that you get more of a lift. From there, pull your elbows back. They may not go anywhere, but your back body lights up. Now, make your hands light, but don't lose where you are. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under, either Cobra Round 2 or Upward Facing Dog. Roll over your toes, lift your chest. Exhale, hips high and back. Downward Facing Dog. Press into your feet, move your hips side to side. You can get all the wiggles out. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. Complete breath out. Gaze forward. Inhale, float forward and lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up overhead, gaze up to your fingers. Exhale, right arm down your right side, left arm reach long. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, left arm down your left side, right arm reaches really long. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees as you need to. Inhale, lengthen halfway, long spine. Exhale, step your left foot back to a low lunge. Back knee down to your mat. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your head. Now keep your elbows wide for a second. Press into your right heel, come up just a little bit. Draw your navel in and up and wrap your lowest ribs slightly down. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. Notice how that widens your elbows and your armpits. Keep that, just wrap your elbows together as close as you can. Now suction your armpit back, sit deep into your front leg and lift your chest up. Press your back of your head into your hands and pull your elbows up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, plant both hands, straighten both legs, pyramid variation, keep your back heel lifted. Grab your blocks if you need to, or keep the bend into your front knee. If you find yourself rounding over a lot to reach down to the ground, bend your knee so that way you can touch the ground, then get length into your spine. And then from there, you can start to straighten your front leg. Square your hips, your right hip back and your left hip slightly forward. I think as if I'm going to squeeze my sit bones together, externally rotate my right big toe while I hug my inner thighs together. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. One more breath in here. And one more breath out. Tripod downward facing dog. Plant your hands, right leg up and over. Bend your knees, stack it open. Stay here or lower your left forearm down to your mat. Your shoulders are not square. You can gaze underneath your right armpit. You can give yourself a nice little neck release there. Press down into your hands, which should be roughly in line with each other. Good. Inhale, straighten your left arm and your right leg, square your hips. Exhale, knee to your third eye, hug forward, round your back body. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, twist left armpit, cross your body. Inhale, lift high up and back. Exhale, right knee, right armpit, little tap here. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, knee to your third eye. Step through, high lunge. Keep your back knee lifted, rise up. If you need to for stability, you're always welcome to lower your back knee down. Now that same sensation that you felt in high plank where you tapped your knee down to the floor, but you didn't set it all the way down, bend your left knee, sit down into your right heel. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. On your exhale, draw your navel in, close your front body. Inhale, straighten. Keep that. Exhale, even more, even more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower down. Good. Now inhale, straighten. Exhale, airplane. Step forward onto your right foot. Squeeze your inner thighs, section your left thigh bone into your left hip socket. Kick out through your left foot. Wrap your shoulder blades together just like you've been doing. Tilt your spine just a little bit. Good, full breath in. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, sit back, sit low, reach your arms up overhead. Figure 4, right ankle on top of your left thigh. You can bring your hands start center. You can bring your forearms to your shins. You can place your hands down onto your mat. Allow your hips to sink down to the ground. Soften your outer right hip, lengthen through your spine. And then for a little bit more, if you kick your right foot into your left arm and push your right elbow into your right knee, you'll get a really deep release in your outer right hip. Sit deeper. Physically push to release. Unwind. Right foot down and meet your left forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up overhead. Exhale, fold right back down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step your right foot back, low lunge. Back knee down to your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your head. Try the opposite grip if you remember what that was. And if you don't, it really doesn't matter. You'll do it another time. Come out just a little bit so that way you can close the front chain of your body. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together, elbows go wide. Keep that as you wrap your elbow tips together. Now keep that as you section your armpits back. Keep that, sit deep into your front knee and lift your chest up. Navel in, chest up, navel in, chest up. Press into your left heel, sit deep into your front leg. All of the actions are working at the same time. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, pyramid variation. Straighten both legs, lift your back heel up. Bend your left knee as much as you need to. If your left hamstring or especially the attachment points right at the back of your knee, right underneath your sit bone, if any of that is screaming to you, talking to you, communicating to you in any sort of way, you can always either come down, you can take half splits, but you can also always bend your front leg. Lengthen through your spine before you take it any deeper. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. One more breath in. On your breath out, plant your hands down onto the floor, bend into your left knee as much as you need to. Tripod downward facing dog. Left leg up and over. Bend your knees, stack it open, and then either stay here or lower your right forearm down to the floor. Notice how my hands stay roughly in line with one another. Neck release here. I'm pressing equally down into both hands. Lift your left knee. Good. Inhale, straighten right arm, left leg, square your hips. Exhale, knee to your third eye, round your back body. Inhale, back. Exhale, twist your right armpit, cross your body. Inhale, lift high up and back. Exhale, left knee, left armpit, little tap here. Inhale, high up and back. Exhale, step through, high lunge. Keep your back heel lifted, keep your back knee lifted, rise up. You're going to tap your back knee onto the ground. Just a little tap, don't set it down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tap it down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tap it down. Stay with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now stay this low. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, airplane. Arms back by your side. Squeeze your shoulder blades like cobra. Lift your chest. Press back through your right leg. And at the same time, plug your right thigh bone into your right hip socket. Good. Engage your glutes. Inhale. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit back, sit low. Reach your arms up overhead. Figure 4, you can place your left ankle on top of your left thigh. Hands start center, forearms to your shins, hands down to your mat or blocks. Whatever sort of lift you need, go for it. To go deeper into your left hip, you can place your left foot to the inside of your right arm and your left elbow into the front of your left knee. Ooh, drop your hips down. Everything that we want to kind of like shove away, not deal with, all into our hips. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine, lengthen halfway. Heel to your feet a little bit wider. Malasana, round 2, sit low. Lift your chest. Keep wrapping your shoulder blades together. Open up through your heart. Any variations here that you want to take, side to side. You can wrap your right shoulder in front of your right knee. Give yourself a little mini twist. You can take a half or a full bind. Lift your chest. If you're doing 2 sides, come back to center before you switch over to the left. Same thing, other side. Press into your feet evenly. Lift your heart as much as you can. You're trying to get a really long, straight spine. Press down into your heels and the pinky edges of your feet. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, plant your hands forward, fold, straighten your legs as much or as little as you want to. Inhale, lengthen halfway, heel to your feet, hip bone distance apart this time. Exhale, fold. Now make a conscious effort, a conscious note about what is hip bone distance apart. Feel your knees in line with your toes, your knees in line with your hips. Sit low, chair pose, Utkatasana. So with your knees hip bone distance apart, you might start to notice your knees shake a little bit more. So you have to use your adductors and your abductors equally in order to stabilize right above your toes. Squeeze in, kick your shins forward, sit your weight back, and at the same time, draw your heels up to your sit bones, lift your chest. Full breath in. Exhale, sit lower, reach higher. Full breath in. Exhale, sit lower, reach higher. Inhale, stand down, reach up. Exhale, fold down to your mat. Bend your knees as much or as little as you need. Inhale, long spine lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, step or float, however you want to get there. Inhale, heart up, fill up. Exhale, press down, hips back. Downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky. Bend your knees, stack it open. Stay here, flip it over, side plank variation of your choice. If you're winding down for your day, I would not suggest tons of back bends. Supported side plank is a great variation here. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand down, right knee to your third eye, hug in. Inhale, lift up and back. And exhale, twist the left armpit, cross your body here. Inhale, lift high up and back. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Keep it as high as you can. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, step through, low lunge twist, left hand down. Right arm open to the ceiling. Open across your chest, lean back through your right shoulder. Reach the center of your heart up to your right hand. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand down, warrior 2. Back heel down, open up. And the familiar, can you sit deeper? Go to what you know, and then see if there's a layer deeper behind the edge. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Reach up and back, reach long through your right side. Triangle, straighten your right leg. Heel toe your left foot in if you need to. Lower down. If you don't have a block and you can't reach down to the ground, this is like one case scenario where I will suggest go ahead and put your hand onto your shin, but make sure that you're not pressing back and that's hyperextending your knee. If you do so, you have to push your shin back up against your arm. So that way your hand ultimately is just for decoration. Lengthen through your right side. You might notice your right hand slide down your right shin automatically. If you can, touch down onto the ground, or you can also grab onto your big toe. One more breath in here. Exhale, left hand down, swivel to the back of your mat for Skandasana. You can either keep your hips high and your feet planted, bend a lot into your left knee, or you can sit your hips down as long as your left heel does not stay up off of the ground. Set your left heel down to lift your chest, because what will happen is if your heel is up, your knee may not be quite supported enough on the ball of your foot, and then it's going to make it a lot more difficult. So if you have a hard time getting your heel down, sit or plant both feet, lift your chest tall, and then sit as low as you can, keeping your heel down. You'll actually get a deeper stretch. Lift your heart. Good. Full breath in. Exhale, swivel to the back of your mat. Square your hips to the back. Right hand down, left arm open. Low lunge twist. Press into your feet. Open across your heart. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, left hand down, back heel down, warrior two. Open up. Sit deep into your front knee. Open across your chest. Reach out through your fingers, lean back through your left shoulder. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, reach up and back. Triangle. Reach your left arm forward, long, either hovering above your left shin, reaching down to your left shin and pressing back up, or you can reach down to the ground, open across your chest. Wherever you are, bring awareness to your entire body. What's happening in your fingers, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your lower abdominals, your ribs, the center of your heart, and the back of your head. One more breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Skandasana to the top of your mat this time, so you'll bend into your right knee. Again, you can keep your feet planted. You can lower your hips down. Keep your right heel down onto the ground. So if it starts to come back up, plant both feet. Lift your chest. When we work with where we're at instead of where we expect ourselves to be or where we want to be, that's how we truly start to know. One more breath in. Exhale, move to the top of your mat, low lunge. Plant your hands down and now curl your third eye to your knee to your third eye, curl and squeeze. Hold tight for 3, for 2, for 1. Tripod downward facing dog. Stack it open. You have a few options. You can take this into your flip dog or walk your right hand in by like a half effort and then reach your left hand up to your right foot. Balance challenge here. Once you find your foot, try to lift your knee higher. I gaze down to the very center of my mat. That seems to help me. Slowly unwind. Optional vinyasa. Come forward, lower down. Inhale, heart up. Press down, lift up. Hips back. Left leg high to the sky. Bend your knee. Stack it open. Stay here, flip it over. Side plank variation of your choice. Remember what you did on the first side. Think back to it. Remember it. And then see what feels familiar. One more breath in. Exhale, left hand down, left knee to your third eye. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, twist your right armpit, cross touch. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Keep it high so that way you get your armpit. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, step through, low lunge twist. Right hand down, left arm open to the ceiling. Good, now press into your legs, squeeze your inner thighs, lift your twist up. Ooh. Lean back through your left shoulder, sit deeper into your front knee, reverse revolve, left hand to the back of your right thigh, right arm open, lean back, lift up, lean back, lift up, open up, warrior two. Sit deep into your front knee, flip both palms, and then flip your back hand all the way down and over like you're gonna turn your palm the opposite direction, and then bring your hand around to your left thigh, reverse your warrior, reach up and back or reach along. Keep your half bind, extended side angle. You can take forearm to your thigh or triangle. Notice if your chest collapses down to the ground, open your heart up. That's what the bind is there for. The bind is not there to make it more difficult. The bind is a tool that you may have today or you may have in 10 years from now. It doesn't really matter. But it's just a tool to open up. Slowly unwind your right arm, reach your right arm up and overhead, and exhale, wide leg forward fold in between. You can do anything here that feels good into your practice. You can grab opposite elbow. You can take it up into an inversion if you like. Anything that you're comfortable with. I'll also add a twist here. You're going to take your right hand across to your left ankle. You can stay here, open your heart, or thread your left arm through, catch hold of your right ankle, and then pull your chest open. Hello. Hips try to square, press into your feet, lift your sit bones up. Slowly unwind. Now lift your chest, move toward the back edge of your mat, take it a little bit wider, Skandasana. I'm going to encourage you to try to lift your hands up off of the floor, maybe as you transition or just once you get into the pose. Feel into your legs. If you're low in Skandasana, especially if you're bendy, it's easy to just kind of hang out here. How much can you squeeze in and almost hover above the floor rather than just sitting down into it? One more breath in. Exhale, twist to the back of your mat, left hand down, square your hips, reach your right arm open. Full breath in here. Exhale, lift up your twist, high lunge, revolved. Inhale, press off of your back toes, and exhale, right arm back, left arm up, reverse revolved. Good. Full breath in, lean back. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Sometimes one side is a little bit more wobbly than the other. Flip both palms up and then turn your back arm all the way around as if you're gonna flip your palm up in the other direction, and then move your back arm behind you. Maybe catch hold of your right thigh, reverse your warrior, reach up and back, reach long, extended side angle or triangle with your bind. Open across your chest. If your hand is directly behind your low back, it's a little bit counterintuitive, but if you press your hand into your low back, move your sit bones back and down, then you can get some more space and opening across your heart. Unwind your left arm gently. Inhale, reach up and overhead. And exhale, lower your left arm down, wide leg forward fold. You can either stay here, take the inversion that you did on the first side, do something different if you did something symmetrical, or take the twist on the other side. So we did right hand to left ankle on the first side, do left hand to right ankle to start on this side. And then you're going to thread your right arm through and pull your chest around. It's really hard to figure out like what's square in your hips when you're so twisted up. One more breath in. Press into your feet. Exhale, slowly unwind. Move to the top of your mat now. Press down into your hands. Curl your left heel toward your left sit bone. Round your back body. Navel in. Knee to your nose. Hug in for 3, 2, 1. Tripod downward facing dog. Lift it up and back. Remember what you did on the first side. And take that here. I did opposite hand, opposite foot. Lots of concentration. Found the foot. Lift the knee. Ooh. Slowly unwind. Vinyasa or no vinyasa, you decide. Full breath in. And an open breath out. Come into a short downward facing dog. Walk your hands back and a little bit wide. We're going to jump through to a seat. Inhale, gaze forward, bend your knees. On your exhale, shoot through, land gently, lightly. Good job. Half lotus or Janu Sirsasana. So I'm going to give you 2 different options. If you're comfortable with it, your knees are healthy, you're feeling good about your ankles and everything, go ahead and take half lotus with your right foot to your left hip. Otherwise, you can take your sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. And that's going to give you a lot more ease within your hip and your knee. Do bring your knee a little bit wider so that way you make a 90-degree angle with your front leg to your side leg. And you're going to reach up here, twist all the way, try to twist all the way to the outside of your left foot, and then fold down, keeping your right sit bone down so it doesn't come up with your folding. You really lengthen through your right side. With half lotus variation, you want to get your foot as close in towards you as you can, and it almost acts as like a compression, like the blanket or the towel did with a calf smashing. It's just like a little massage internally. You can take a half bind here, fold. Wherever you are, try to pull your low back away from your hips. One more breath in, gaze forward. Stay here on your breath out. Inhale, come up, keep your legs as they are, and exhale, twist, left hand to your right knee, sit tall. Inhale here. And exhale, twist, Janu Sirsasana, you're the same exact thing. One more breath in. Stay and twist on your breath out. Inhale, just gaze forward, and exhale, unwind your legs, switch it over to the other side. Half lotus, left foot to right hip. Janu Sirsasana, sole of your left foot to your right inner thigh. Your knees are making a 90-degree angle. Inhale, reach up, twist all the way to the outside of your right leg. Imagine that you're reaching toward the cutest little puppy in the world, and then fold down. Thanks, Bubs. Allow your head to relax a little bit. Inhale, just gaze forward. And exhale, lift your chest, twist, right hand to your left knee, sit tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. One more breath in. Stay and twist on your breath out, rinse it out. Inhale, just gaze forward. And exhale, unwind your spine. Extend your legs out in front of you. Give yourself a little shake out here real quick. And then scoot yourself forward, but bring your blanket roll somewhere close by. We won't use it yet, but we will use it in just a moment. Bend your knees, plant your feet like you're setting up for bridge pose. Tilt the top of your sacrum down to the floor and lift your sit bones up toward your heels, up toward your knees. Place the backs of your shoulder blades down and try to bring as much ease into the upper half of your body as much as you can. Inhale here. Exhale from your core, lift your shoulder blades up off of the floor. Now inhale here. Exhale, do a lower abdominal crunch. So as if you were going to lift your low belly up toward your ribs like you just lifted your chest. It's not going to go anywhere. The thought, the action, the movement is all there. Inhale, extend your right leg forward. And exhale, draw your knee to your third eye. Try to lift up a little bit higher to touch. Inhale, extend forward. Exhale, knee to your third eye. Try to touch. Inhale, extend forward. Don't lower your shoulder blades all the way down. Exhale, knee to third eye. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. You can add one more layer. Inhale, extend, hands behind your head. Exhale, this time twist, but keep drawing to your head. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist in. Don't lower all the way down. You have 3, 2, 1. Stay. Extend your right leg. Reach up toward your right foot. Grab hold of the back of your ankle, your calf, wherever. Lower down. If you have your calf comfortably, reach up toward your ankle. If you have your ankle comfortably, flex your foot and see if you can grab onto your peace finger or your peace fingers around your big toe. Kick out through your heel and draw your leg to you. Lengthen through your back body. Extend through your heel. One more breath in. And exhale, right leg on top of left, eagle in your legs. Plant your left foot down, lift your hips up and over to the right, and then drop your knees to the left. Let your torso just unwind from there. Don't worry too much about needing to place in a particular way or place in a particular shape. Notice what's happening. And then just let it be. Slowly come back to center. Unwind your legs. Plant your feet down. Tilt the top of your sacrum down to the floor. Your sit bones up towards your knees. Arms by your side. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Inhale here. Exhale, flatten your top ribs down and in. Navel in. Lift your shoulder blades. Inhale here. Exhale, tilt the top of your sacrum down even more and try to do a lower abdominal crunch up and in. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, knee to your third eye, reach, hug, touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug to third eye. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug to third eye. Keep it close. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug to third eye. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug to third eye. You either keep going or add on one more layer. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist knee to third eye still. Inhale, extend. Exhale, twist knee to third eye still. Inhale, extend. Keep going. You have 3, 2. Last one. Hug in. Lift up. Stay. Extend your left leg. Reach your arms up. Grab hold of your leg and then lower your head down. If you're comfortable with your hands on the backs of your thigh, on the back of your thigh, move your hands up to your calf. If you're comfortable with your hands on your calf, move your hands to your ankle. If you're comfortable with your hands on your ankle, flex your big toe and then grab hold with your peace peace fingers. Take a deep, full breath in. A deep breath out. Unwind your left leg to eagle. Left thigh on top of right. Plant your right foot. Move your hips to the left very gently. And drop your knees to the right. Your arm to the left. And as long as nothing's like telling you I'm in pain, this is not sustainable, this is uncomfortable beyond necessary, those are all good markers from our body that we need to adjust or we need to make changes in order to find that ease within the effort. Slowly unwind to happy baby. Unwind your legs, unwind your arms, grab hold of your feet, pull yourself down, lengthen through your spine, bring the chin to your chest and the back of your head really long. You can give yourself a little rock side to side if you want, extend one leg and then the other, whichever feels best. Full breath in. Exhale, plant your feet down onto the floor and then grab your blanket roll, lift your hips like bridge, and then set your hips, your sacrum directly on top of your blanket roll. Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees go wide. I like to place my hands onto my hip points, and that feels really good and grounding for me. Again, if your blanket roll, your towel roll is too high up or too firm, you can always unroll it a little bit and then more like fold it just enough so that way it's right where you want it to be. And you don't want the blanket roll to be too far up where it's your low back and your hips are down. Your hips are actually up off of the ground. And it's almost like you're tucking your sit bones underneath you. That's gonna get you the deepest stretch. Plant your feet down onto the ground. And then take your feet wide to the edges of your mat and drop your knees together in the center. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Pause for a moment, observe. Let the things happen around you. And without any sort of necessary reaction, let it be. Take a deep, full breath in and a deep, complete sigh out. If it's comfortable, you can keep your towel blanket roll underneath you. Hug your knees into your chest and extend your legs up overhead. If you're winding down from your day, this is a great way to end your day every single day. If you're waking up this morning, go ahead and take a few rounds of bridge or wheel. You can choose what you want. You can also wake up and do legs up the wall too. There's nothing wrong with that. Arms down by your side if you're following along for bridge and wheel. Press into your feet, lift your hips, walk your shoulder blades together. Press into your feet, lift your hips higher. And then stay here, or if you're ready, you're feeling good, wheel. Press down, lift up. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. One breath in. One breath out. bridge or wheel, round 2. You have 3, so there's only 1 more to go. Check in with your breath. Check in with your body. Press into your feet if you can walk in a smidge. Maybe this is the time that you walk in. Press into your feet, lift your hips higher. 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower down. 1 breath in. 1 breath out. You don't even need to move your hands. Press down, lift up, last round. No hurry, no pause. Press into your feet and move your chest out. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower down. If you walked in, walk yourself out before you lower down. Slowly unwind. Meet our friends and legs up the wall. Extend your legs straight up. My friends, in legs up the wall, you're gonna plant your feet down, move your blanket roll out from underneath you if you haven't already. Come back to legs up the wall. Point your feet, so point your arches but flex your toes back so that way you start to get really aware even into your feet and your toes. Reach your arms up overhead. Draw your navel in, press your feet up and tap the top of your sacrum down into the floor. Keep that. Make tiny little circles with your feet on the ceiling, on the sky. Tiny little circles. Draw your navel in. Keep your low back down on the floor the entire time. And then go in the opposite direction. Also, wrap your lowest ribs down toward your hip points. And then pull your hip points and everything that comes with up toward your ribs without lifting your sacrum off of the floor. Come back to neutral. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Keep your right knee hugged in. Extend your left leg long onto your mat. And drop your right knee all the way over to the left for a twist. Open across the right side of your chest. Relax your jaw. And let your breath soften. Come back through to center. Keep your right knee hugged in. Bring your left leg in. Extend your right leg, really long. And then drop your left knee all the way over to the right. Open up your left arm. Relax your breath, but keep it steady in the sense that you're not gasping for air at any point, but it's controlled and sustainable. Bring your left leg back in. Hug your right knee into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Maybe curl your third eye up to your knees to your third eye. Curl in for 3. Hold tight for 2. Unwind your legs. Unwind your arms. Lay your head back, relax your shoulders. Let your feet flop open, your palms face up by your side. And yogi, please use this rest to absorb everything in your practice. Every thought that went through your head, every breath that went through your body. Every moment that you were able to find a little bit of relief. Shavasana is the time where your body starts to really pull that all in. Your mind starts to connect in a different way. And you can bring everything that you've worked out on your mat physically in your body, metaphorically in your mind, into the rest of your life. Again, please rest here for as long as you need and as long as you like. I thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, with a deep and gracious heart from mine to yours, I say Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere in the world be free and happy. Have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day.